Making a fire is one of the most relaxing things you can do, especially when you're out in the woods. Collecting and processing the materials, nursing that little fire to life, and finally just enjoying the warmth and the beauty that the fire brings to the campground. Carrying a well-equipped fire kit makes that task a lot easier and a lot more enjoyable. Let's check out the ultimate fire kit. Sometimes you need the perfect piece of gear. Sometimes you need to make the perfect kit. And sometimes you just need the perfect cup of coffee. Gear can be confusing, but it doesn't have to be. No BS, no agenda, no sponsors. Just what you need to know. Welcome to the ultimate. I figure if this is the ultimate fire kit, more is more. So we're going to try to include as many ways to make a fire as we possibly can inside of a relatively small package. As in a previous video, my orange Possibles pouch from the Hidden Woodsman is what I keep my fire kit in. When I'm going out in the woods, this little pack is always with me. Maybe not always as full to the brim as it is today, but some iteration thereof. This little Possibles pouch holds tons of gear and it's pretty much bomb-proof. Let's take a look at the different ways that this little kit will allow us to start a fire. Let's get our Hidden Woodsman signal panel out so I can put my knees on that. We'll pull each of these out in no particular order. We've got ourselves some matches. This is a Hidden Woodsman X-Attack emergency match case. We've got a Bic lighter. We've got a piece of birch bark. We've got flint and some char cloth and our steel on top, which is an Essie steel, a very nice one. We've got a fire piston, something we've all seen Survivor Man use, right? I've got a ferro rod. This is one that I would turn the handle myself on. Along with the ferro rod, I always keep my little open L. It's got a super sharp edge, which allows me to use it with the ferro rod. Some more fire starting materials. This is a wax wood stick. You can also carry fat wood. I've got some fire plugs from Pro Camp Tech, which are in every single fire kit that I put together. I've got a Frenzel lens, so we can use the sun to start a fire. Pocket bellows to help keep that fire going. My open L folding saw, this helps you process wood. And of course, I'm always gonna have some kind of a fixed blade knife with me, so that's my other wood processing. Two other things that I often keep in here, which just happen to be in here. A little bit of alcohol for an alcohol stove, just in case, I always carry. And some bug spray, because I live in Louisiana. Now I'm gonna show you real quick how each of these works for the most part. Let's check them out. That wasn't easy. It's 3:30 in the afternoon. It's a lot easier in the bright sun. Get yourself an edge just like that. There you go. That lights your char cloth. You can see it, hopefully. And you get your tinder bundle from there. You're good to go. Really don't think that we need to show you how to use a match, but these are nice emergency matches. Has a strip inside to light it on, and also used to have a strip on the bottom, but it came off. But anyway, good to have matches in case you need a fire in a hurry. Well, you've seen me start a fire with a ferro rod many times, but we'll do it again for completeness sake. Actually, this is the second time I do it just now because I forgot to hit record the first time, but nonetheless, get yourself a ferro rod. The longer ones are much easier to use than these shorter ones, but these work fine. Get something that will catch a flame easily. This is dry shavings from the wood turning. With shavings, a lot of times you need to use a little bit more. You know, if you have like a wax dip cotton ball or something that's specifically designed to catch fire, it won't be as hard. Sometimes not very hard either. It may not catch. That ought to do it. And obviously if you're using like fat wood, it would catch even better. And this is just dried shavings. So something with any kind of accelerant, whether it be natural or man-made, is going to catch a lot easier. And honestly, that caught very easy on its own. Speaking of which, this is a wax wood stick, essentially a fake piece of fat wood. So you can scrape off scrapings, just like fat wood. Stuff is really, really nice. Cut that off. And I think you'll see what I meant. Let's see, can I call my shot? I think this will probably go as long as I do a good job of it with one strike. First take. Love it. You could see how much having that accelerant, this is basically, like I said, fake fat wood, and it's a wax impregnated wood. It's a great natural product, great for starting fires, great to keep in the ultimate fire kit. I'm not going to use up one of my fire plugs. You guys have seen it many times. You just open this up, pull it apart, get it nice and strandy, and it will catch even easier than that waxwood stick. Now we'll try something a little more difficult. We're going to try to use this fire piston. It is not easy to use. Probably should have lubricated it. You have a little dimple at the bottom where you put a piece of charred material, char cloth, or you can use punky wood. So we'll get ourselves a nice piece of char cloth and just kind of, you can see it, just kind of stuff it in there. And you want it to be pretty smushed in like that. And then the action is to smash. I'll make sure it's still on there. It is, good. The action is just to smash as hard as you can and then pull it out. All right, let's try one more time here, see if we can get it. This is my third try. Ugh. I think I might have gotten it. You'll see, it is lit. There you go. Now it is hard. I would definitely recommend when you use this to have a larger piece of char cloth in the bundle where you're using it. Basically, you'll have to get that out, put it into the larger bundle, and go from there making your fire. It is not easy, but it works. Lastly, I want to show you how to work with a piece of birch bark. When I started getting into bushcraft and getting more into it, I should say, especially on the internet, I would watch Mike from MCQ Bushcraft, and he would do this all the time. Now, I live in Louisiana. We don't have birch bark. I don't know what the closest birch tree is, but it's nowhere near. This stuff is like fat wood in a sheet. So you just want to scrape. You see all those tiny shavings? All those tiny shavings right there? There's no way they won't catch. Look at that. Just amazing. And you can just let it roll. A lot of times Mike will use the same, so you'll get the fire started. Then you can just put this out. If you got your fire started, you can come back, reuse it. Same thing. Starts right back up. Awesome, awesome fire starter. Now the last and most important part of any fire kit is right here. It's knowledge. It's understanding how to build a fire, how to process your wood, the stages of wood to make sure that you set yourself up for success. Spend that time preparing the wood, processing it down, getting the different stages. Make sure that the area that you're starting a fire in is prepared. You take all the debris off of it, stuff that could catch fire. If it's too dangerous to start an open fire, don't. Use a wood stove, use a propane stove if you can't. Fire safety is so important. A lot of fires across the nation are started carelessly because people don't put out their fires appropriately, or they start fires in places that they shouldn't. Be patient adding wood to your fire as it gets going. Make sure you fully burn through the stage before until you put the next stage on. And lastly, like I said, I'll emphasize it again. Be smart with your fires, practice fire safety, pay attention to fire restrictions. Fires can be a lot of fun, they can be very dangerous. Be smart and enjoy them, and this fire kit will help you do that. So yes, that is absolutely overkill. You would never have to carry all this stuff when you go out into the woods. The thing is that if you're like me and you enjoy starting fires, part of the challenge is different ways to do it and trying to keep yourself kind of up to date on your skills. Every time I go out, I try to use a different technique. Sometimes I'll use a flint and steel, sometimes I'll just use the ferro rod, sometimes I'll just use a lighter and a fire plug if I'm in a hurry. No big deal. It's all about having fun. Yes, you could use a Bic lighter to start every fire that you have out in the woods. You could carry a backup just to make sure that you don't run out of fuel. But how ultimate and how interesting would a video be about a Bic lighter? Like I said earlier, guys, this is part of my Ultimate series. The Ultimate series is about trying to get the confusion out of gear. There's so much gear out there. Of course, I just added 10 things to your fire kit. That said, the point is to look at a lot of different options you have when you're trying to put together your own fire kit. A lot of people ask me very basic questions on the internet, over YouTube or over Facebook, and they ask, what should I do? What should I get? How should I handle this? The Ultimate series is trying to help you guys sort through all that confusion and find just the information you want to get the gear that you need. Make sure you check down below. There will be a playlist of all the Ultimate videos. I think they're all pretty cool, so check them out. Do me another big favor, guys. If you like the video, hit the thumbs up down below. It really helps spread things across YouTube and is the main way that these videos reach other people. My subscribers, yes, you guys are awesome, but to grow, I need to get my videos in front of other people who aren't subscribed. The way we do that is clicking that thumbs up. If you're not subscribed already, make sure you hit the subscription button, and if you want to be notified every time I release a video, hit that notification bell and you'll be the first to know when I release my new Ultimate videos or any other videos that I let out that I think are also pretty ultimate. As always, guys, I appreciate you checking out the Paleo Hiker MD channel. Stay tuned for more videos soon.